Are we on? I think we're on. I think we are. There we go, huh? What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If we have not met yet, my name is Jacob Mason, and today's episode is going to be a good one. As you can tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be eating like Jay Cutler for a whole entire day. So let's take a look and see what Jay Cutler ate in his off-season diet. Jacob, roll the clip.
My goal is just a lot of food, and I would eat 1,000 grams of carbohydrates a day, and I would eat 300 to 400 grams of protein a day. So I went by those numbers. So I knew a breakfast, and I would eat probably 6 to 8 meals a day, and then I would eat at least 100 grams of carbohydrates. Breakfast, I would have 200 to 300 grams of carbohydrates, and the meal after I trained, I'd have 200 to 300 grams of carbohydrates. Those should be your two biggest meals a day.
All right, so as you can tell, I'm not as beastie as what Jay Cutler is, but as you heard Jay Cutler say, he has 6 to 8 meals a day. He eats 1,000 grams of carbs a day. He tries to hit 300 to 400 grams of protein, and in the morning, his first meal, he has 200 to 300 grams of carbs, and he has another 200 to 300 grams of carbs after his workout meal. Now, I love to eat, so I am going to enjoy making this video. I hope that you get some entertainment from this video too, but let's jump in to meal number 1.
The food is everything. The food, I was eating 6, 7 times a day. It was just every 2 hours, like clockwork. All you think about is what the books tell you. The magazines told me you have to eat to grow, and I think that's really what drove me.
Okay, so here we are, first meal of the day. So we have 12 large egg whites. Bit bland, but I am going to put some barbecue sauce over the top. And we also have 290 grams of oatmeal. This bowl is full of oatmeal with 20 grams of peanut butter. The total calories of meal number 1 is 1,426 calories, 78 grams of protein, 32 grams of fat, and 194 grams of carbohydrates. So Jay Cutler's breakfast, he always said he tried to get between 200 to 300 grams of carbohydrates in for his breakfast. We have actually gone and achieved that. So now meal number 1, it's time. That's a bit hot, so I'm going to tackle the eggs first. Meal number 1, let's get this down.
I wanted to be successful, and I wanted to succeed, build the ultimate physique. I mean, what people don't realize is bodybuilders are more like artists. So we look in the mirror, we use the mirrors to judge how our training is and when we're trying to develop body parts. And I always judged my workouts by how great the pump was. You try to get as much expansion of the muscle as you can, but then you realize you have to feed it in order to, get those fibers to repair and of course get the volume of the muscle.
Favorite meal of the day, breakfast, egg whites, mushrooms, cup of oatmeal.
I am enjoying this video already. So that was meal number 1. I can eat, and I thought that was going to be pretty tough. It wasn't too bad actually, oatmeal digests pretty easily for me anyway, so I feel like I'm going to be hungry in the next hour or 2. But that was meal number 1. I'm going to put the macros up on the screen in just a moment. But that was meal number 1, 1,400 calories. I'll see you for meal number 2. Alright, so here we are. We are now officially into meal number 2. It's about 2 hours after we had meal number 1, which was our breakfast, and I'm feeling really, really good. So meal number 2. One of the meals that Jay Cutler used to eat was red meat and rice. So let me show you what we've got. So here we go. So meal number 2, we have 200 grams of steak mince, which is under all of this rice that you can see. And we also have 250 grams of uncooked jasmine rice, which is probably around 500 to 700 grams of cooked rice, for those who are wondering. And underneath we do have some carrots and some veg. Now what we are also going to be having is a whole pack of salt and vinegar balsamic rice cakes, a whole pack, which I believe there's 24 rice cakes in here. So this is our pre-workout meal. It's actually quite a big meal. But they say that you gotta eat big to get big. So, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Sport where it's years and years of training, but actually we only lift weights about 2 hours a day. There's cardiovascular involved, but the diet is the main thing. I eat up to 7 to 10 meals a day, and it has to be very specific to get in tip-top condition.
What is the mental thing you're going through to get this food down?
I'm not eating the carrots. Oh, fucking hell. I'm just going to take a walk around the car park for a second, just to ease my belly a little bit. Hold on. So, meal number 2. Man, that was a lot of food. Took me about 15 minutes to eat. I'm still not done. I've still got this pack of rice cakes to go. But my strategy here is I'm going to drive to the gym now. And as I'm driving to the gym, I'm just going to snack on the rice cakes. So it doesn't even feel like I'm going to be eating this amount of carbs, because I'm just going to be driving and keeping my mind occupied instead of sitting here snacking on these. So I'm going to snack on them on the way to the gym. That was meal number 3. Meal number 3? What am I on about? That was meal number 2. Huh. That was meal number 2. All done. All complete. I'm now going to head into the gym. Smash a workout. It's chest day. Monday. International chest day. But thanks for tuning in. I hope you're finding some entertainment from this. And I'll see you for meal number 3. Well, what do we have here? Oh my. So that's it, we hit our chest session. We're now big, we're nice and swole. That was an awesome chest session. I actually hit a PB, so that was really, really good. My energy levels throughout that whole time was great. Keeping it clean, I feel like my food's digesting really, really well. But meal number 3, 250 grams of uncooked jasmine rice, 170 grams of chicken, 12 rice cakes with 80 grams of jam for the rice cakes, and of course the famous barbecue sauce. So this is going to be meal number 3. I'll go hard on the barbecue sauce. You gotta eat big to get big, and that's exactly what we're doing.
I'm basically shooting for 10 meals a day, sometimes 12. I mean, time to pack on the weight.
I want to get in the best shape of my life. So my whole goal was to be as big as I possibly could on Olympia stage, but be as lean. We got down to 3% at 260, 265, 270.
Taking just some digestive enzymes just to help with the overall digestion of this food. That was a tough meal. It's not necessarily like it's not necessarily filling. It's not the same filling. It's, when like you go out to a restaurant and you normally just stuff your face, and after you like, you don't want to move, and like you're almost in this food coma. You're full, but it's not a disgusting full. It's a really clean, it's a clean full. It's like I can feel the food actually digesting properly, and my body is actually using what I'm putting in it. And it actually feels really, really good. It's tough to eat because it's just so much rice, so much food that it's just tough. It's just tough to eat. I've eaten so much rice. But Jay Cutler said that the 3 main priority meals was his breakfast, meal number 1, his pre-workout, which was meal number 2, and his post-workout, which was meal number 3. He said those were the meals to feed the body as much as you can. So the first 3 meals, they were the biggest in the plan that I set up today. We have got 3 more meals to go for today, and it's 6:30. So I'll really best get moving today. But that was meal number 3. See you for meal number 4. Alright, what is up, YouTube? We are on to meal number 4 of the day. I am absolutely starving. I am so hungry, and I'm looking forward to this meal. I was actually going to wait until I was home to record this, but I was just too hungry. So people are going to be watching me in the shops like, what a weirdo. He's recording himself. This is meal number 4. Let me show you. Hold on. Macros. We got to talk about the macros and the calories of this meal. Let's talk about the macros and calories then, shall we? Let's have a look. I should dip down in this camera frame, eh? Alright. Serious Jacob. So what we got? We have chicken. Good old chicken. 170 grams of chicken. We also have 400 sweet potato, 400 grams chicken. We won't count the veg because there's no point. Okay, so this meal here has 59 grams of protein. We've got 2 grams of fat and 80 grams of carbohydrates. And altogether, this meal is coming in at a whopping 531 calories. So it's not as big as the other meals. And I'm gonna smash these meals. Hit the subscribe button if you think I'm looking big today. I think I'm looking big today.
Like, as the metabolism got bigger, when you build more muscle, you need more fuel. And that's really what kept me driving to...
Listen to me. Gains.
The food got more and more as my body weight climbed, and eventually that body weight was maximum 310. Competed closer to 260, but you know, that would be a phase I go through for 20 weeks to rip down and get down to body fat and be able to compete with the best. So you have to have that balance, and for me, I think with the deep muscle tissue and as much muscle mass as I had, remember that was the biggest I ever was. I was probably 280, you know, super lean, probably 5% body fat when that happened. I was just, you know, full force being a bodybuilder.
That was absolutely lovely. Check this out. No word of a lie. I'm not even on to my next meal yet. That's not what this is, so don't get too excited. You can see me in a minute, YouTube. Stop getting so excited. Gee whiz. But check this out, right? So I was just recording. I just got done recording our meal that we're eating. And then some guy in the car park, he literally parks up next to me and he's like, oh, hey mate, just before you go, he said, like, I just saw like you're doing your thing and I overheard what you were talking about. He said, I've actually got some books that I was going to give to the bookstore, and they're all on strength training of the anatomy and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the encyclopedia of modern bodybuilding. He said I was actually going to give them to the bookstore, but rather than giving them to the bookstore, like, I just overheard you, and you know, you don't have to take them, but if you want them, like, you can have them. I was like, wow, like, I couldn't believe that. That's so cool. Like, I love stuff like this. I love stuff like this. I read all the time. I said, hell yeah. I said, I'll definitely make use of them. I'll definitely read them, and I'll definitely find some information in these books to help me make some more gains. But how cool is that? I love that, you know? And how kind of him. If you're watching this video, if you ever watch this video and you ever find who I am, not like I'm famous or something, I am famous, only joking. But all seriousness, if you ever find out who I am, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That is such a nice gesture. Like, extremely nice. I truly believe everything happens for a reason in life, and that was just a beautiful thing. So whoever you are, you beautiful human being in life, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you so much for taking notice in what I did, having a good reaction to it, and then also giving me a beautiful gift also. Thank you so much. Right, YouTube, time to go home. I'll see you for the next meal. Macros up on the screen, please, Jacob. Yes, sir. Well, what do we have here? Who left this here? Huh? Who left this here? Who left this meal here? Only joking. It was me, silly. It was me, YouTube. I left the meal here. You know, I did the thing where I put the meal down and then I went back out and I pretended to walk in. Final meal of the day. The final scene. Look at this. Final meal of the day. Jay Cutler diet. I ate like Jay Cutler for a day and I smashed it. Jay Cutler, me and you should sit down and talk about your macros, your macronutrients. I don't think 1,000 grams of carbs was enough for you, sir. I think we should up that to 2,000, huh? Anyway, YouTube. What meal of the day are we on now? Let's have a look. So, let's head over to my notes. Have a look to see what meal of the day we are on. Final meal of the day. We are on meal number 5. I actually decided to put meal number 5 and meal number 6 together. So, meal number 5, we have 200 grams of barramundi, whitefish, with some veg, some carrots, and we also have 150 grams of Cocoa Pops, which is right here, as you can see. Let me turn the camera around for us, YouTube. Altogether, YouTube, we have 58 grams of protein, 6 grams of fats, and 125 grams of carbohydrates, leaving us altogether 811 calories right here. Some people get scared of carbohydrates before bed, but I have this philosophy of, who cares what philosophy you have, Jacob? You're not a bodybuilder yet. This is a full day of Jay Cutler eating. I smashed you, Jay Cutler. Pussy. Who reckons I smoked Jay Cutler in this challenge? I reckon I smoked Jay Cutler. Huh? I think I smoked you, Jay Cutler. 1,000 grams of carbohydrates, 300 to 400 grams of protein a day. Easy, easy, mate. Right, let me set the camera up, and then we'll dig in to meal. Final meal of the day, meal number 5. I'm actually going to let you enjoy this view with me, and we'll eat this together. How cool is that, YouTube? We get to see the city together and eat this together. Let's do it.
The food is everything. The food, you know, I was eating 6, 7 times a day. You know, it was just every 2 hours, like clockwork. All you think about is, like, you know, what the books tell you. The magazines told me you have to eat to grow. And I think that's really what drove me. I wanted to be successful, and I wanted to succeed, like build the ultimate physique. I mean, what people don't realize is, like, bodybuilders are more like artists. So we look in the mirror, we use the mirrors to judge how our training is and when we're trying to develop body parts. And I always judged my workouts by how great the pump was. You try to get as much expansion of the muscle as you can, but then you realize you have to feed it in order to, you know, get those fibers to repair and, of course, get the volume of the muscle.
What is up, YouTube? What a day we've had. One absolute day that we have had together. It's been great, and I've thoroughly enjoyed today's video. I've thoroughly enjoyed choosing to follow Jay Cutler's macros for the whole entire day, and I hope that, you know, I've been able to provide some form of entertainment to you at home watching now, and I genuinely hope that you just enjoyed the video. From the bottom of my heart, if you're tuning in right now, just thank you so much for tuning in. I know that I say this in every one of my videos, and it must be getting boring by now, but truly my goal here is just to provide entertainment to every single one of you. That is truly my goal. So I hope in today's video I was able to achieve that and provide some entertainment to every single one of you at home. 6,000 calories, 350 grams of protein, and over 1,000 grams of carbohydrates, and I'm going to go to bed nice and full and happy and content tonight. YouTuber, from the bottom of my heart, if you're tuning in right now, if you like this content, please go ahead, smash that like button, and if you weren't, subscribe to the channel, because I am not stopping. We are not stopping. 2022, we're about to take this whole entire roof off. I don't even think this has a roof. It doesn't have a roof. We're about to blow this building up in 2022. How about that? I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. I don't know what the rules are. Anyway, I just love doing this. I love providing entertainment for you. Look at where we are, YouTube. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. Hey, starting from the... Only joking. Only joking. I don't even live here. Don't even know whose building it is. But YouTube, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I cannot wait to record my next video and get back on YouTube and start bringing more entertainment to you. I think that's it from me today. I do. YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead, smash that subscribe button. Join the community. More videos, more content, and hopefully I can provide each and every one of you some form of entertainment at home. YouTube, thank you so much for joining in. My name is Jacob Mason, and I'll see you 100% in the next one. Watch out for that. Peace.